Welcome to at the rate AMP Prime. And today we are going to talk about Sherlock Holmes 3, its release date, cast, and everything we know about it. Sherlock Holmes has been in development hell for quite a long time, but recently updates from RDJ or Robert Downey Jr. has is known, and other creatives may have shed some light on the threequel's real status. Directed by Guy Ritchie in 2009, Sherlock Holmes featured Robert Downey Jr. as a titular character as he cracks a case that uncovers the secret mystical plan of Lord Henry Blackwood to gain access of Britain. The first movie received generally positive reviews and even earned two Academy Award nominations for Best Original Score, Best Art, and Direction. As a result, a sequel, Sherlock Holmes: A Game of Shadows, was greenlit and it premiered on December 16, 2011. Now let us come to Sherlock Holmes 3. The big question is RDJ making it? Robert Downey Jr. is perhaps best known for his role as Tony Stark, aka Iron Man, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, taking place in Atlanta, Georgia. However, that never happened. Despite that, Susan Downey Jr., the wife of RDJ, revealed in an episode of Unwrapped podcast in May 2023 that developing Sherlock Holmes 3 is still a priority for her husband, noting that they were going to do it when it's right with the right people. Here's what I can tell you. Prior to this, we had lunch together with Robert. It was a very specific topic of conversation. So, yes, it is in the hopper. We are going to do it when it's right with the right people, but it's a priority for the company and a priority for Robert himself. Robert Downey Jr. promised an update, made it clear that a threequel is still in the mind of her husband. It's only a matter of time and not just a third movie, and is going to be in the works very soon. So, when is the release date of Sherlock Holmes 3? Or when it's going to come out? Sherlock Holmes 3 release date has its own fair share of delays and uncertainties. In May 2018, Warner Bros. Announced that Sherlock Holmes 3 is set to be released on December 25th, 2020. However, in March 2019, the studio confirmed that the threequel was pushed to December 22nd, 2021. It would be quite fitting to witness Robert Downey Jr.'s comeback as a titular detective during that day, since it could have marked a full decade since the release of Sherlock Holmes: A Game of Shadows. Unfortunately, the planned release date passed and the sequel wasn't made. Making things worse, the movie was removed from the release calendar completely. The ball is in his court, so he is in charge of the script, he is in charge of the whole concept. I have moonwalked out of that until there's a time for me to get involved. Considering the Hollywood writers' strike was just resolved, and it seems that the same will likely happen with the actors' strike, and it's going to be a while before Sherlock Holmes 3 receives a concrete update. If RDJ ends up announcing his plan to return to the drawing board for the third installment in 2024, the movie could end up landing a 2026 release window due to the stack up line projects for the next 2 years. Now, let us look into the cast of Sherlock Holmes 3 and who are supposed to return to it. Obviously, Sherlock Holmes 3 wouldn't be complete without the titular detective himself, RDJ, and he is expected to be first in line alongside Sherlock Holmes, obviously, his best friend, Jude Law, or Dr. Watson, who is his partner and moral anchor, has poised to return. Sherlock Holmes: A Game of Shadows ended with Watson preparing for his honeymoon with Kelly Riley Mary, meaning that his romantic partner is a good bet to return in the threequel. In January 2020, the Illuminati planned to claim that the perky blind alum Paul Anderson is in talks to join the cast of Sherlock Holmes 3 to reprise his role as Colonel Sebastian Moran from A Game of Shadows. Moran served as a loyal ally to Harris professor James Moratti for the sequel. Other characters who would make an appearance are Stephen Fry as Sherlock Holmes' brother, Mycroft, and Eddie Marsan as Inspector Lestrade. Let's take a quick overview of the potential cast so far. Again, RDJ or Robert Downey Jr. as Sherlock Holmes, Jude Law as Dr. Watson, Kyle Riley as Mary, Paul Anderson as Colonel Sebastian Moran, Stephen Fry as Mycroft, Edison Marsan as Inspector Lestrade. So, what will happen in Sherlock Holmes 3? We hope to propel the story forward. As always, the essence of the story is their codependency. We are going to examine, since it's been several years since we have seen them, we are going to play up the fact that they haven't seen each other for a long time either. Giving that a time jump is seemingly confirmed. It opens many strong storytelling opportunities for the threequel, such as a much stronger bond between Holmes and Watson as well, giving more time to Moran to enact his revenge plot. While there is no word yet on which character will Sherlock Holmes 3 introduce, Susan Downey Jr. teased in an interview with Fast Company on October 2020 that there's a lot of potential for spin-off that would arise from the third film. We do think there's opportunity to bring it out more to spin off some characters from the third movie. We definitely have a kind of grand schemes and plans and all that, but that would take a lot of time. It takes a lot of coordination, again, because Marvel wasn't built in a day. Hopefully, more updates about Sherlock Holmes 3 will arrive sooner than later. Sherlock Holmes and Sherlock Holmes, A Game of Shadows, are available for purchase on major digital platforms. Thank you so much for listening and thank you for your time. Have a great time. Until next time, have a great day.